Okay, on to inequalities. Right, look at this question. Write each inequality in interval notation on the line to the right, then graph the interval. Let's have a look. Quick look. Graph the interval on a number line. Right, okay, so what this means, remember, it's not x equals 2, it's not x equals negative 3, it's not x equals 0, it's x is greater than 2, x is less than. So, in other words, if you do it that direction, this means greater than, okay? You do it this direction, it's less than. Now, also this little bit here, okay, this little bit here. This with the equal sign means it's greater than or equal to. So it can equal the 2, but it can be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, etc. This one down here in question 2, this means it's less than negative 3. It can't be negative 3, okay, there's no equal sign there, but it can be negative 4, negative 5, negative 6.5, okay? So, this is what you do. And this is it, really. Okay, where's 2? It's here. Here's 2, right here, okay? Now then, I am going to point this direction because that's how the arrow's going. I'm pointing to the right. I am going to do a bracket right here because the notation when it's got an equal sign is you put a bracket. All I'm going to do is do that. Okay, and that's the graph. That's all you have to do. That means 3, 4, 5, 6, so on and so on and so on. They're all bigger than 2. Can be equal to 2. That's why you put the bracket. Now look, interval notation means this. It's going from the 2. Now where's it going to? This is going on forever. It can go on forever. 1 billion is greater than 2. 1 trillion. What we do is it goes on to infinity. You can't include an infinity, you can't equal, so we use a parenthesis. Alright? So remember, if it doesn't have the equal sign, you put a parenthesis. If it does have the equal sign, you put a bracket. And this is just for the 2. Okay? It does go on forever. It will hit infinity. You can't include infinity. That's the answer for question 1. Let's look at question 2. Okay, so where's the 3? Negative 3. Now I'm going to put a parenthesis here, because it doesn't have the equal sign. It's just notation. And look, follow the arrow. Just do it this way. That's all you have to do. And that's the answer. Okay? Now think about this. I'm going to write this underneath. Parenthesis. Negative 3. Okay? Now then, where's it coming from over here? This is coming from negative infinity. Remember, going this way to the right is positive infinity. Going to the left is negative infinity. So I am going to do that. It's like an 8 on its side. Okay, there you go. Both parentheses. There's no equal sign. But that's it. That's the answer. There's your graph. And there's your notation in interval notation. So there you go. That's interval. That's interval. Remember, we always go from smallest to biggest, left to right. Okay, so 2 to infinity or negative infinity to negative 3. Now, here's an interesting one. Question 4. Now, you just got to realize what this means. This just means we're not going to any infinities. I want the numbers in between negative 4 and 0. That's what that means. Let's go from negative 4. Let's go as far as 0, and that's all I want. Let's just erase this. Okay, so here we go. Here's negative 4. Now look, it's got an equal sign. I'm going to do this. I'm going to put a bracket. Okay, and it's going to go as far as 0. There's no equal sign. I'm going to put a parenthesis, and that's it. That's all you really have to do. It just means it's going in between here and here. You know, you can do a little arrow if you want to. It's not going beyond these 2 points. That's what these mean. That's what that means. That. Okay. Now look, it's fairly straightforward for interval notation. You just copy the graph, the line graph. Where we're going from? We're going from negative 4, and we're going as far as 0. Okay, bracket, parenthesis, and that's the answer to those.